All right, man. We are live, man. Welcome to the Talking Sports with Manny YouTube channel. Got some special guests for you guys tonight, man. We're going to talk Washington football. We're going to talk about this massacre that happened in Buffalo. This is a therapy session, man. Just look, rant. But to my right, I got my guy Phil from the Redskins Hub in the building, man. What's good, Phil?
What's
Welcome to the
up?
show.
What's going on? It's time to rant.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Therapy session.
Yes, sir. And then to the bottom of the screen, we got the same Chaz in the building, man. On the Warpath. If you guys don't know him, then you guys are just not existing right now. So this is the man, the myth, the legend, Sanchez. Welcome to the show, brother.
Hey, appreciate you having me, Manny. I get to. I guess we're gonna have this therapy session, and we're gonna call Dr. Phil in, and we're gonna have to get our heads examined, I guess. But it's good to be on here with you and cry and complain and bam the whole time, and hopefully we can bam ourselves to victory against the Dirty Birds. So,
man, so let's talk about this game. So first of all, we need to realize that Buffalo's a good team. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
They're not a bad team. They're not a terrible team. People like to have their own narratives, right? They're saying, oh, well, we lost to the Buffalo Bills and we're bad. It's a 17-week season. I told you guys, it's going to be 4 games that were tough this year, like the best of the best. You got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You got the Buffalo Bills. You got the Kansas City Chiefs. And I'm going to throw in Green Bay into that, group as well, just because they'll have elite quarterbacks. And Josh Allen showed up. And he showed out. So I'm gonna start with Phil, man. Let me know your reaction, your initial reaction to this game.
To the Buffalo game or the Atlanta game?
The Buffalo game.
Oh, the Buffalo game. I mean, like Rivera said, he said it was a measuring stick. So if that was a measuring stick, we don't measure up. We're not ready. And I mean, I was always on his 3-year plan anyway. I'm ready for it. Last year kind of went for it, 7-9. We won the division. We were a false division champ. Everybody knows that. I didn't expect to beat Buffalo, but I expected to show up. We didn't show up, especially our defense. Our defense has been garbage, hot, flaming, roll down the river, garbage.
No, ain't no lies there, man. I guess I'll go.
Because Manny's had some trouble.
Look, it's okay to lose to Buffalo, right? It's okay.
Sure.
I don't have a problem with losing to Buffalo. I have a problem with what was put out there, the effort or the lack thereof. There was no effort out there. There's been no aggressiveness. There was no measuring stick. I don't know what happened. I guess the measuring stick got stuck up somebody's bum because half of it is still up there, and we took it right to the tailpipes. We look like a bunch of dipsticks instead of a bunch of measuring sticks out there. The fact that this defense cannot be aggressive, the fact that there's a lack of pressure on a quarterback, that you didn't challenge Josh Allen. He walked in there like, what is it with Washington and getting screwed by people by the last name Allen? Is him and Bruce like cousins or something? Like, you go out there, and then you also, Ron Rivera, you had this guy on your staff and Sean McDermott. They're building. This is the difference, boys. They have a program. Sean McDermott had a program, and he did not piss around. They made the playoffs, right? They backed into the playoffs back in 2017, his first year. They were 9-7, lost to Jacksonville. 6-10. But what did they do in that 6-10 season? That's right. They traded up and got a damn quarterback. They got their guy. They went out to God knows where in Wyoming, say, you know what? I like this big dude. He's going to take some years. He's going to take a little time to mature, but he's going to be something special. Boy, howdy. Is he something special? But yes, yet you sit with your thumb up your butt, and you're like, you know what? Let's go down to let's go down to the Dollar Tree, right? And let's go piddle through the dollar DVD section. And you know what? We're gonna keep a handicapped quarterback in Kyle Allen. We're gonna go out and get somebody who was serving up Java and wood at Home Depot and Starbucks and Taylor Heineke, and we're gonna sit there, have a Coke, and smile and accept it. No, that is and what are you talking about, Sanchez? Let's bring it back over and we'll keep it in a bow. That's what a program is at the end of the day. You gotta take risks. Where the hell is Riverboat Ron at? This is like Paddleboat Ron right here. Like it's ridiculous. You're 30th in the league in third downs on defense and 32nd on offense. Yep. What, like, and then you have the nerve. I was talking to Atlanta Falcons fan. I'm sorry, I'm taking my time. I'm sorry, I'm taking up the time here. But this is not a must-win game after what we saw. You should be fired. And I love Ron. I love you, Ron. You should be fired for that stupid comment that you made. This is a must-win game. Are you out of your skull, sir? I yield the rest of my time.
Oh, man.
Did I cover everything? You think I covered everything there?
Yeah, pretty much hit nail on the head.
So, like, this game to me, bro, it was a measuring stick, right? But like you said, we put out trash out there. You know what I'm saying? We've been a franchise that have been putting out trash for so many years, and I was talking to Phil. We was talking, and it was like, hey, we're gonna go ahead and do this pod because we didn't want to do this pod. I don't do this pod. Phil wanted to do this pod, and I said, look, we hype up this team when the team has done nothing. What did we do last year? We barely won a division that was trash. We only beat one team with a winning record, and then we're adding pieces to the defense, right? You have some pretty decent safeties, and you have 4 first rounders. I'm sick and tired of hearing 4 first rounders. 4 first rounders mean nothing. There are teams that don't have 4 first rounders, and they're still out there doing their thing. So when you keep hearing this 4 first rounders, special defense, this, that, it's not translating to the field. Nobody's talking about Chase Young being so bad right now. I love Chase Young. I'm a Chase Young fan, but guess what? He looks terrible, and he continues to talk and talk and talk. I don't care. I want to see you on the field. Like he said something like, once I go into the office on Monday, it ain't gonna be no BS out here. You are the BS right now. Chase Young, you are the BS right now. So it's a lot of talk. Everybody wants to lead and nobody wants to follow. Something has to give. So, Corey, talk to me about this defense and what we need to do come Sunday versus Atlanta Falcons. That they have a statue in a quarterback. They have a statue in a quarterback. So just talk to me about what you're expecting next week.
Same stuff. Giving up third downs, playing that soft zone and making it look like a turntable, like you had a frat party or something. Like this is, no, there's no. I want aggressiveness. I want where's the blitz at? Like when we blitz people, we actually get success. Like the best play that Kendall Fuller had this year was against the Giants when he came and they brought the house right and he sacked Daniel Jones. I need to see more of that, especially when you have the stone statue of Giants and Sir Chokes a lot from the 283 and Matt Ryan, who's 5-0 against this team, right?
Right.
You got to go after him. And I told you fellas this before. Washington can't sleep on their laurels. These guys at Atlanta, there's too much familiarity here. They smell blood in the water. Arthur Smith, you don't think he's going to try to avenge his father, Fred Smith, after all that embarrassment they had to go through in selling his stock in the team last year? You don't think Kyle Smith doesn't have a point to prove?
Right.
You don't think these guys, Fabian Monroe? So if you want this defense, going back to the defense, you need to get out there. You need to put DeShazer Everett out there, bump Bobby McCain. Let's see DeShazer Everett and Cam Curl, because that was our best safety combination last year. And if you got handicapped Landon Collins, who could probably pay for all our podcasts combined in the WFT landscape, he could pay for it and then some.
Oh man.
Put them out there. Put those guys out there. Because are you about winning or are you about worried about somebody cashing a damn check? Let his ass sit there like Adam Archuleta. Excuse my French, man. Let him sit there like Adam Archuleta and just collect the check. Then his ass will be out here. But put DeShazer Everett out there. There's a reason why he's a captain. Put Cam Curl out there. That's why reason he was the second leading tackler last year. Go out there and the hell with these linebackers. The hell with them. We don't need linebackers. Just put more safeties out there. Go out and get some more. Jeremy Reed, sign him off the practice squad, right? Put him at linebacker. Like, because they don't do anything. John Bostic, I love him. I love John Bostic. Y'all know I had love for John Bostic. This bastard should be arrested for what he has done. How many people he has let go. You know, he will never have a job in security because he lets everybody go by. Cole Holcomb, I'm sorry. Can you stop committing an impact tackle, like waiting on somebody? What is this? What is this? Waiting to exhale? Like waiting to tackle. He's waiting for the tackle. He's not aggressive to the point. Stop taking the hits and give the hits, man. There we go.
Right. I love it, man. I love it. Phil, talk to me.
How can I follow that up? My boy Avniel, look at that Skins fan 2806. What's up, dude? Hey, I just want to let you know he's right. Curl's being used wrong. He needs to be put back in his Buffalo position, like Zach, my buddy Zach says. First of all, I think we need to sign Jamie Collins. He just got cut. Jamie Collins needs to be in DC tomorrow. And I would just be aggressive. You put Jamin Davis on the field and let him fly. Let him fly at the quarterback. Just let him play free. I know we need to play a little more discipline, but the one person I don't want to play disciplined football is Jamin Davis. I mean, put on Kyle Pitts just like they did. Let him play with him like he did at Florida. I mean, Jamin Davis checked Pitts at Florida when he was at Kentucky.
Right.
That was a good game for Davis. That probably actually put him on the map. So I think we're going to see a lot more Jamin Davis this week, I hope. You just got to be aggressive. I'm sick and tired of the zone. We have a 6'3" rookie third-round corner with long arms. Put your hands up and put your hands on the receiver coming off the line. And William Jackson's probably the best press corner in the league. Why are we playing zone? We have man corners, and I'm moving Kendall Fuller to free safety and pulling Landon Collins back down to linebacker. I don't care what he says. He can either say play linebacker or sit your butt on the bench like Sanchez said. And because Fuller's played awful in the slot as well. I mean, me and my buddy Zach and Avniel, we all agree we think they missed the boat on the whole draft thing, but it is what it is.
Bro, at this point, Kendall Fuller, he is a safety right now. He's a free safety. He's a safety at this point. You know what I'm saying? You put him outside, he's going to get toasted. You put him inside, he's getting toasted. You know what I'm saying? And then the defensive line isn't helping.
Nope.
So if you know you have mediocre corners or your scheme isn't working, we keep running the zone. Why? Del Rio, you are a defensive genius, they say. I haven't seen anything.
Nope.
I haven't seen anything. You can say, oh, last year we did this, we did that. We did this and that versus trash competition.
Yeah, no, Ben DiNucci.
There's a reason why you're not a head coach right now.
I will, and to your point about Jack Del Rio, Manny, I said, look at that defensive staff. How many of these guys actually worked with Del Rio before coming to Washington?
Hello.
There is there's only one guy that I can think of, and that's Brett Vesselmeyer, who works in the secondary with Chris Harris and Richard Rodgers. He was with him in Oakland. That was it. There's nobody on this defense and his son is on there, and I think he does like the analyst for the defense. So that really doesn't. Nobody gives a damn about that. He's just there because his daddy's there. But nobody has a working relationship with Jack Del Rio.
Nobody.
Yep. So it's all Ron's guys
Mhm.
that he said, you know what? It was kind of like, you know what it reminds me of? Remember when Joe Gibbs left and they had all these guys left from his coaching staff? And then they said, Jim Zorn, you can have at it. Like, you ain't gonna develop nothing. And what happened? They were 6-2. The bottom fell out when stuff got tough, and then the following year they weren't competitive because there's no continuity. It was the first time these guys actually worked with people, and he brought in a couple of guys like Stump Mitchell and Sherm Smith, who were like, "Oh, okay, we've been there. We were in Seattle. Whatever. It is what it is." But no, there's no continuity. If you can't develop that, and if something gets wrong, it's the Clinton Portis thing, right? When he had a problem with Jim Zorn, hell, he didn't give a damn. He didn't go to the coach. He went to Dan Snyder.
Right.
So if Sam Mills III or Steve Russ or Chris Harris, who played for him, or Richard Rodgers has a problem, hell, Richard Rodgers and Ron Rivera were college teammates. They going to Jack, dump that note. I'm going to the coach.
Yeah, they're going to Ron. You're right.
Yep. I mean, you're making all great points, bro. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, people don't get this. Like we look at this as fans, we look at this as like Madden, like it's supposed to play on, like it's supposed to all gel. No, it's a human aspect. These people are getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you go to your job, whether we work our jobs and everything and get our paychecks every 2 weeks, right? It's the same thing. Yes, my quarterback. Yeah, that's Denise who works in accounting right there that I can't stand.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't get anything done when we need a check written, right? It's the same damn principle right there.
Right. Man.
You got me on the wrong night, Manny. You got me on the wrong night, man. I swear.
We got you good. We got you on the great
night. Y'all got me on the wrong night.
This is what we needed, man, because, bro,
this is YouTube gold.
Time that I spoke with Phil until now, I'm actually more calm than I thought I was going to be. But back to this game, you know what I'm saying? Like, you look at what Taylor Heineke has done versus the Bills, right? I think he didn't play as bad as everybody says. Like, everybody's like, oh, remember, after the win versus the Giants, oh, Taylor Heineke's the franchise quarterback. After a loss to the Super Bowl contending Bills, now it's, oh, we might see Kyle Allen next week. Like, this fan base is something else. This fan base is something else. This is a fan base that goes with the flow. When you're doing well, you're the best. Remember, everybody was singing the praises of Landon Collins in training camp.
Yep.
OTAs. Now in the games, it's like, oh, man, get Landon Collins out of here. Now it's back to get him out of here. So what I'm saying is, I say all this to say, now, with the opponent that's coming up on Sunday, here's how I view the Atlanta Falcons. I think that the Atlanta Falcons are ultra trash. That's one. I think the Washington football team is ultra trash. That's two. So you have trash and trash playing each other on Sunday. So it's pretty much a toilet bowl. It's a toilet bowl game on Sunday, and let's see which of these two trash teams are going to come up with a 2-2 record. Now, you got Matt Ryan. He stands in there. He can make the throws if he has time. I don't know what the Atlanta Falcons offensive line look like. But guess what? If Chase Young can't get home against a quarterback that's not mobile in Matt Ryan, I don't know what to say. I can't promise you that I'm going to come back on next week's show and be so calm. Russell Gage, the number 2 wide receiver for the Atlanta Hawks, the Falcons, Hawks, I don't know. I don't care nothing about that team against Atlanta, ATL. He's not going to be available. He's like the main piece for the Falcons that's not available. They have Calvin Ridley, who has not had a good season so far. I'm going somewhere with this. You have an oversized running back that played wide receiver. He's not playing running back in Cordero Patterson, right? He can't do nothing but catch the ball. You have Mike Davis, journeyman, that Ron Rivera had last year, playing in this game, right? And then let's not even talk about the defense just yet. So when you look at this offense, they scare no one. Granted, you do have a Kyle Pitts, but I still think that it takes rookie tight ends a while to get going. So you have all these things going against the Atlanta Falcons. And you have this defense in the Washington football team that was supposed to be good coming into the season. Number 3 defense from last year. Oh, Jack Del Rio, Ron Rivera, defensive guys, former linebackers. They drafted their linebacker, right? They have all these pieces. They plugged in, filled all the holes on defense except linebacker, right? So with this ATL team, we know that the middle of the field is wide open. It's always wide open. That's 1. 2, if you cannot get home to Matt Ryan, you said it, Corey, when we blitz, we're doing something.
Mm-hmm.
When we don't blitz, it's like, what are we doing? Are we playing man? Are we playing zone? Are we trying to prevent the other team from scoring? Or are we tanking? Like, what are we doing? Phil, talk to me.
Ooh, you said the T word. What'd you say? You skipped out.
Oh, I said, man, talk to me, man. We're talking ATL game, Matt Ryan, not Houston. You have all these things against this team. You have a defense that's struggling. You have an offense in the Atlanta Hawks that's also struggling. Like, they haven't done anything offensively. But guess what? When you play the Washington football team, that's the medicine. That's all you need to remember how to play football.
That's the get-right game for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
As they say, this is supposed to be a get-right game. This could be the get-right game for the Atlanta Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't play the right kind of defense. Like I said, if we don't press, be aggressive, blitz, I mean, you're right. Chase Young needs to learn a counter or something. Like his speed rush or speed to power. I mean, there was what was the Chargers game where he actually knocked Balaga on his tail. I mean, come on now, do that more often. We're trying to go around everybody. How about going through some of these weak tackles you're facing? That's why I'm wearing black. I told you I was wearing black tonight. I'll be dropping the T word after this week if we lose this game. Because we have a murderer's row coming up. We got Green Bay. We got Kansas City. We've got the game I'm going to, Vegas. I mean, even the way they're playing, thanks, Sanchez. I appreciate that face. But
get your money back, bro. Get your money back now.
We're heading out to Vegas, man. Gonna go once in a lifetime. Inaugural season, all that good stuff.
All right.
But I'm telling you, it could be grim. It could be looking really grim after this week.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Phil, I can see you at the blackjack table after a potential loss for the football team, and you're just there, hit me. Hit me. You at the roulette table, got $50 left.
Black 26, baby. Black 26.
He's going to be like, I got $50 left. I'm betting 50 on green.
Oh my gosh!
Hey, no, I'll be dropping my life savings on the Vegas Raiders out there. Nah, I'm just kidding, for sure. But we gotta win. I still think it. I think it's a must win. I really do think this week's a must win game.
Yeah, most definitely. And this is a game that we gotta win. Like if you can't beat the Falcons, what does that really say about your team? Then at this point, for me, honestly, I'll still be doing a pod. It's gonna be a rant. It's gonna be a rant every single week. But the thing is, if the team is not producing right, then should the fans go to the games? I know, look, you can say, oh, I'm a loyal fan. It's burgundy and gold until the blood turns cold, blah, blah, blah. Look, if the product is bad, fans don't want to support.
Okay.
Period. Yeah. And for us content creators, when we're winning, business is good. Boom. When we're losing, honestly, I don't listen to a lot of pods once we're losing. When I was a content creator, if we lost, I don't want to hear somebody telling me about non-victory Mondays. Think about it. What happened we all saw what happened. But when you win, you want to get different perspectives. You want to see how different people saw the game. You know what I'm saying? When we lose, to be honest, it's hard coming up here doing a pod. You can say whatever you want to say about my fandom. It's tough. It's tough because You don't want to like be frustrated or like you get your hopes up. Like we get our hopes up, right? Back to what I was saying earlier. We talk about all the good things that this defense can do, right? We haven't seen this defense together. We have not seen, with these new players, these new corners, whatever, the new linebacker, whatever. We haven't seen it. But we put this team on a pedestal. We start to put ourselves in a different position. Like a lot of people are talking, oh, we're going 10-6, 10-7, 11-5, whatever. And I'm over here like, wait a minute. We didn't do much last year. I understand it's a year to build or a year to progress, but then I'm kind of like Corey now. I kind of see why Corey was so pissed off when we signed Fitzpatrick. So kind of like the defense is supposed to carry this team, right? You can play any quarterback. You can add any quarterback to this team, and it's a playoff team based off of how good the defense is supposed to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
You watch the first game, you're like, okay, defense did some good things, but third downs, we got killed. Then you move on to the second game against the guy we're supposed to dominate, right? That he continues to beat us every single year.
He looks like an MVP against us every week.
Right. And we barely win that game. So then it's kind of like, who are we? What are we? So we're searching. We're searching for like, who are we? Like, we don't know what we are. If the defense is not what it's supposed to be, it's not like, who are we? Then let's get to the offensive side of the ball. We can't even run the ball. When we are running the ball, the coach stops running the ball. Then you pass the ball in situations you're supposed to run the ball. So it's kind of like Scott Turner, Ron Rivera. What's going on? Then it all goes back to the head coach. Because if Scott Turner is not doing what he's supposed to do, right? If Ron Rivera, it all comes back to Ron Rivera. Corey, talk to me about how do you view Ron Rivera? And I know we're coming off of a tough loss. We're coming off a loss versus but like, do you see any changes from last year to this year off of your assessment on what Ron Rivera has done these first 3 games?
No, I don't. They were 1-2 last year, coming off a disastrous game against Cleveland this time last year, right? Up and coming AFC team. Buffalo was an up and coming AFC team. Now they're on the charge. One thing about Ron is I don't think he's figured out this DC media yet. I think he feels like he's still in Charlotte. And I've said this before. I've said this like all damn week. And y'all gonna say I use up everything. They cover the president. They've covered the president. They cover Congress. They cover some of the biggest liars in the world in DC. You mean to tell me that you're gonna try to get something past Les Carpenter, Nikki Giovanni, Matt Paris at the Washington Times? You gonna really think JP Finley gonna let you sniff around when he can go right down the road and talk to somebody? He can go say, "Hey, Chuck Todd, you down here? Can you give me a BS detector?" Like they get this BS detector. Like Ron, he just sits there and he's like, you can get this little schoolgirl pissy mentality. It's like, guys, I'm not gonna answer this question, and then you're gonna get mad when they eat you alive. It don't work that way, Ron. Right. The media ain't nothing but a bunch of hoes. They little Susie in 11th grade that you were trying to sniff up on. You say, hey, she gave you a little kiss, but now she's gone messing with the captain of the football team. You do right, and then you get right your senior year, right? She gonna start looking at you again. That's what this media in DC is, right? They're gonna start looking at you. Ron Rivera needs to shut the hell up, coach some damn football, get Jack Del Rio off of Twitter, and coach your football. Be about your football team, right? And I'll be honest with you, boys. I'm gonna give you an easy bet this year, and y'all can think about it. Y'all can think about however you want to. Here's a prop bet. Kyle Pitts to score a touchdown.
Oh, for sure.
Kyle Pitts to score his first touchdown. Put it down there.
We can't cover a tight end to save our lives.
No, you can't cover a tight end. I mean, we couldn't cover a tight end if we were Jerry Sandusky up in there. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Too soon. But I'm just saying, like, that's exactly what it is. I mean, like Ron, he just like, I get it. It's frustrating. This team will probably be 2-5. like they were last year, and they're gonna go into. And to your point, Manny, that's the best worst thing that happened to us. And Phil said the same thing. Then we won the division.
Now
it is.
Corey, I want to take this a step further.
Go ahead.
The season does not start. I think we end the year with what, 5 straight NFC East matchups, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That's when the season starts.
Not if we're winning. Not if we're winning whatever.
You know what, Joe? I won't even rule that out because when you look at the NFC East, I know Dallas looks good. Dallas looks good right now.
Dallas looks really good.
The Philly Eagles and the New York Giants look okay. They look better than us, actually, if we're being honest. But the Giants are just so bad. Right now, the Eagles are slightly better than the football team right now. Right? But what I am looking at is it's all about the Dallas Cowboys. And it's all about how they look, how Dak Prescott's health looks. Look, if the football team does not win this division, they don't go to the playoffs. I know, playoffs. I get that. But if we're gonna look at the rest of these, however many games is left, right? It all's gonna boil down to we're gonna look. To be honest, if the football team is gonna win any games in these next few stretch, it's gonna be the Falcons and hopefully the Saints. The Saints have an elite defense, but at the end of the day, it's still Jameis Winston. I'm not ready to trust the Jameis Winston just yet. So these next 2 games,
do you want to play the Jameis Winston that played against Green Bay? I don't.
There you go. No.
Look, but then look at Jameis Winston versus who was it? Carolina.
Carolina. Matt Rule's a good defensive coach.
Huh?
Matt Rule is defense. He's got a good defense in Carolina. Now,
I get
it is
that.
Sam Darnold, but
what I'm saying is, if we don't get these next 2, you're talking about a 0-7, 0-8 losing streak. I mean, these next 2 games, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. ATL's not going to be easy. Saints are not going to be easy. But have you seen the other games? These are 2 games that you got to get to even say, okay, I might have a chance of winning. At this point, I had 10 games. At this point, it's like, can we get 7? And then it's almost like, what's the point of getting 7 if we can't draft in the top 10? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's going to come to a point where you're going to have to decide. Are you going for your franchise quarterback? Granted, these quarterbacks that I've seen this year, none of them look good. But that's the territory of when you're drafting a young rookie, you got to give them 3 to 4 years. Some come in and just ball right away. Some of them are not, franchise quarterbacks coming in right away. So it's kind of like, what are we doing? There's still so many holes on this team. Corey, last time you were on the show, you was telling me Jay Leno. I mean, I keep saying Jay Leno. Charles Leno is enough. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this, Corey. Have you seen? Has he been enough so far? Because I have not paid too much attention to Leno. Talk to me about Leno.
I mean, I really, honestly, I haven't really heard much out of him, to be honest with you. So I'm just like, I mean, is that a good thing or is it a bad thing? Like,
I don't know.
I
don't know, bro.
I don't know. But hey, I'm gonna go back to your earlier point, and it's not because it's gonna sound like I'm going after you, and I'm not. But that's our problem right there. We looking towards December. F December. I don't give a damn about December. It is right now. It's Atlanta. I don't give a shit about the damn New Orleans Saints right now, man. I care about Matt Ryan, Atlanta Falcons down there October 3rd in the Dirty Bird Central in the capital city of damn Georgia at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the place that Arthur Blank made, and I want the Goldwing Club to be quiet that day. I don't give a damn. That's the problem. That's the same crap that Ron Rivera did last year. Started looking ahead at that. Oh, well, we got a couple of games coming up. I don't give a damn about a couple of games. I care about the right now. I'm from Missouri. I'm from the show me state because that's what you get. I hate that every time, man, that we get on this. Like we get, oh, well, we're gonna pick up. Oh, here we go. Let me see. Shit, let me get my damn glasses out. Oh, we got it. We got this game. Oh, we got this. You know what we did last year? What 3 game stretch did we say we were gonna go 0-3 on? And if you said we were gonna win any of the games, you're a damn liar. Thanksgiving at Dallas, then against Pittsburgh, and then at San Francisco. They won all 3 of those games. Stop looking ahead. It's right now. It's not anything else. That's your damn problem right there. And we keep on looking ahead. Like the only reason why we should look ahead is to see what hotel Phil's going to be at in Vegas. That's about it. But other than that, you need to worry about the Falcons. Nobody else exists in my mind but the Atlanta Falcons this week. And if there's a problem in Ashburn about that, like you should be eating, like the toilet paper should be Jamal Anderson's jersey from back when they went on the Super Bowl. Like they really, like the Raggedy Ann doll should look like Ray Buchanan on that Super Bowl team. Like this is exactly what the number 283 should be written all around the stadium, right? 28-3. 5-0 should be written all over the place. It's about the effing Falcons. You've never beat Matt Ryan. Ron Rivera's 6-11 against the damn Falcons. Should I say more?
Well,
no. Yeah, I think you said it all. But you're right. You are right. The blinders. They should have blinders on. Horse blinders. We looking in Atlanta. It's blinders. You're right.
Where's the blue truck at? Where's the blue truck at? I don't see it.
Hey, it's literally one game at a time. It really is.
Yeah.
And each week is going to be different. The good news is Curtis Samuel is back. So we're going to see.
I don't think he is. I don't think he plays this week.
You said back? You said Paul Richardson is back? Is that what you said, Manny? No. You said Manny. How can you be back if you've never done anything? How can you be back? How can you be back?
Have we seen him on the field?
No.
All right. So it can go well, and it can go really ugly.
But how can we say he's back? How can we say he's back?
Because I never seen him before.
My dad was in my life for like the first 10 years of my life. But he was actually there for a little bit, and then I saw him, then he came back. But if he was never there to begin with, he could never be back.
Let's say Curtis Samuel might finally arrive. He might finally arrive.
Yeah, he got his boarding pass. Get your boarding passes on to air after studying at Paul Richardson University for like the last, 5 months.
So okay.
Yeah.
So when we look at the wide receivers so far this year, I have not been impressed. I'm not been impressed. Outside of Terry for one game, we've had nothing.
You're right.
You got Logan Thomas, who everybody's expecting to be a Pro Bowl tight end. He fumbles on Sunday. So he's not quite there yet. He's not on that level yet. But we are a franchise that elevates players. We put them on a pedestal, right? We go to Cam Sims. He can't even get on the field. So that's another jag. Who else we got? Like who's on the roster? Deion Brown, the guy that we keep force feeding.
I know he's struggling. He's a rookie. I'll make excuses for Diami.
He shouldn't be out there.
You're right.
Y'all realize we got more yards in the NFL than De'Ami Brown does, right? Like, I mean, I know that's Phil's guy because I know he's a UNC dude. I ain't trying to be like disrespectful, but literally, none of us have negative yards in the NFL. He's got negative yards in the NFL. We have more yards than he does. Damn it, Manny. See, I'm mad at you. You set me up tonight. You set me up. Y'all said you and Phil are terrible human beings because y'all set me up because y'all know I was going to go off tonight.
All right, wait. I got to get on this comment real quick. He says we have the exact same skill players as we did against Tampa. Look, we need to stop talking about this Tampa game.
I'm done.
This Tampa game was like how many years ago? It's been so many decades ago since we played Tampa. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers played a quarterback that they've never seen before.
And did
Who
not
happened
have
to
Devin
some
White.
kind of success, and everybody was saying, give this guy the franchise. Everybody was saying, don't draft a quarterback because we got Taylor Heineke. Right?
Shit.
He has a beer endorsement now. Congratulations. You got your Bud Light endorsement. But at the end of the day, Taylor Heineke is just still another guy. He's still another guy. I like him. I wish him the best. But that Tampa game, you talk about having the same skill players. What did we actually do versus Tampa? Let's just think about it for a minute. Taylor Heineke made the likes of Sims Jr. look decent, right? He caught a touchdown pass. Cam Sims was, I'm going to catch one, I'm going to drop one, right? So nothing has really changed. But what has changed is that people are trying to figure out who Taylor Heineke is. Once the NFL gets tape on you, you're not the same player that you was. This is not the same Taylor Heineke that we saw in Tampa Bay. He's playing well. He's playing better than I thought he would be playing. And I think he has a great game come Sunday. But guess what? Those are fantasy stats. Those are fantasy points. Like, we're not, you know what I'm saying? It really doesn't matter. He's putting up stats. He projected for 4,000 yards this year. He's projected for about 25, 27 touchdowns. All that stuff doesn't matter if we're not winning. So it doesn't really matter what in Tampa. Look, no offense, I don't care about what happened in Tampa.
That was last year.
We're worried about.
We don't live in the past.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if he plays like he did versus Tampa, then okay, awesome. Maybe we make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? If this guy turns it around and starts to win us games, like he's putting the ball in his hands, like when we were losing, if Taylor Heineke brought us back or was making plays, not turning over the ball, taking care of the ball, leading his team, moving the ball down the field, and actually scoring and winning, okay, I'll give him the keys to the franchise. Because he's doing what franchise quarterbacks do, right? They put the team on their back. So when you talk about a franchise quarterback, people use that name or that word so loosely. There's no such thing as a franchise quarterback that doesn't do franchise quarterback type things. Everybody wants Justin Fields. Remember, everybody was, we want Justin Fields, right? Chicago fans were saying, get Justin Fields in the game. Get him in the game. He got in the game. Did you see what he did?
60 yards.
6 for 20. So it's like when we use that word franchise quarterback, I'm not saying that people can't become franchise quarterbacks, but it's like, look, we are just so far away. I mean, we have so many holes that it doesn't even matter who's playing quarterback. At this point, I mean, if we can't even get off the field on third downs, something's wrong. Phil, talk to me, Phil.
I mean, we don't have a franchise quarterback. I don't know who thinks we did or do. Like, it's all stopgaps to me. Until we actually get somebody behind center that's going to lead the team, it's going to be this every week. I mean, I like Taylor Heineke. I really do. But we needed somebody back there with some pizzazz, skill, talent. I mean, Heineke's good, but he's like, like my boy Cole Holcomb's becoming. They're Jags. They're unfortunately just another guy. I mean, there's certain things that Scott Turner can do to help Heineke out. I mean, what I did like about Heineke and the Giants is the Giants let him sit in the pocket, and I didn't think he could throw from the pocket and just pick people off. I thought he had to run out and do bootlegs and stuff like that. But, I mean, the Giants are not the best defense in the world. They do have some good talent, like Bradbury and some people like that. But, I mean, if I'm sick of 6-10, 7-9, I'm sick of picking the Daron Paynes. I love Daron Payne. Now, don't get me wrong. I love these guys. I love Daron Payne. I love John Allen. I want to pick, if we're not going to go to the playoffs, I'll drop the word tank. Be top 5. Have your pick at quarterback. Have the guy you want to build your team around. I mean, is there a franchise quarterback in this class? We don't know. Herbert didn't play very well at Oklahoma his senior year, junior year, whenever he did come out. Or at Oregon. Sorry, not Oklahoma. At Oregon. So who's to say Malik Willis, Sam Howell, Spencer Rattler are not franchise quarterbacks? they could get in a different system and roll. And Scott Turner needs to give Antonio Gibson the ball 20 times a game. Gibson needs 20 touches.
Mm-hmm.
Get that man 20 touches. Stop trying to force feed Terry and Logan. I mean, spread the ball around. We got guys that can make some plays. And like Avniel said, take a deep shot. I haven't yet to see a deep shot to Diami. Take a deep shot. The man can fly. Terry can fly. Take a deep shot. Get aggressive. I just want to see aggressiveness. I've seen a very pedestrian, pathetic lack of any aggressiveness whatsoever football team the first 3 weeks, and it's disgusting to me. It's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Get aggressive. I want to see aggressiveness this week.
Hey guys, let me tell you guys what they
with a sense of urgency.
It seems like they just put a whole bunch of guys together and just say, "Hey, let's go out there and try to win some football games." When you look at the personnel that we have, both on offense and defense, and the coaches that we have, both on offense and defense, including the head coach, it just seems like they just put a whole bunch of names in the hat and say, "Okay, William Jackson III, Benjamin St. Juice, a coach that runs zone scheme and not man. Let's just go ahead and just get whatever we can." Okay, we got Curtis Samuel. This guy right here can play running back and wide receiver. He's not a true outside guy. He's not a true slot guy. He's not a true anything guy, but he's a playmaker. Oh, but we drafted a playmaker in Antonio Gibson, but we're not going to give him the ball 20 times a game. Oh, yeah, but we got this dude named J.D. McKissick. He's much smaller, much lesser talent, lesser everything, and we're going to have him playing slot wide receiver. Oh, yeah, we brought in Adam Humphries, right? We brought him in to be that sure-handed guy and have the connection with. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and draft a Diami Brown. Like, what are we doing? Like, just think about it.
Position flex.
You have all this talent, but then you have a coach that can't even use these guys. It's like, what are you doing? It's like playing, let's say, fantasy football or Madden. You're just trying to piece together a team, and you're just praying and wishing that it works.
Yep.
And that's what we have on offense. That's what we have on defense. If you're gonna bring in a certain kind of a player, so it's like, okay, Jack Del Rio, you know the kind of scheme that you run. Why would you bring in two press corners? Why? Okay, Scott Turner, you know what kind of offense or lack of offense you run. You know, why bring in players that are so similar? I get it. You want to confuse the defense. You want to let people know that you're not running, you're not passing, but then you have four guys who do four of the same type things. You talk about running a versatile offense, versatility, this and that. I'm not seeing anything versatile.
Nope.
Nobody's
no creativity.
It's like Terry on a slant. It's like Terry. Thank God for Terry. But if you if you subtract Terry from the offense, what does the offense really look like?
Yeah.
That's just.
Man, I'm gonna let somebody else talk. I need to chill a bit.
Hey, look, I'm just gonna tell you. I'm gonna go back to what you said earlier, though, Manny, about Taylor Heineke, and that's what's wrong with us as a fan base already. We've created the legend of Taylor Heineke, who played his best game, and this is the best that Taylor will play, right? Like there's no, the guy's 28. He's not going to be playing anything better than what he did against Tampa Bay. But we celebrate a guy who almost got us there, but didn't seal the deal. Like that's where we're at, y'all. Like it's not a franchise quarterback, and nobody. And you know what the difference between a lot of these players? Like, did y'all really think Pat Mahomes was going to be Pat Mahomes when he got drafted out of Texas Tech? No, nobody thought that. Nobody thought he was going to be there. They thought he'd be like Ryan Tannehill, maybe, right? They thought he's like Ryan Tannehill. It's the same people who were like, well, Chase Young's overrated. I would have drafted Justin Herbert. Shut the hell up. No, you wouldn't have. You would have drafted Tua. You would have drafted Tua.
Exactly.
Like the only reason why you say you would draft Justin Herbert is because he lit us up like a Christmas tree on week 1. Stop it. But that's
nobody knew him. Nobody knew him.
It was CY versus Tua. That was the pick.
Exactly.
It was never Herbert. Herbert wasn't even in there. conversation.
And I've had people who said that on my street, and they came in there, yeah, I would have drafted. I said, no, you wouldn't. You lied because you didn't know what Herbert was. A lot of people were saying they didn't think he was going to work at the NFL because he was an introvert and he played at Oregon. And there hasn't been any successful quarterbacks that came out of Oregon. How you doing, Marcus Mariota and Joey Harrington? What? Who didn't Achilles Smith go there too, or he went to Oregon State? Who went up there? Yeah, so like these quarterbacks from the state of Oregon don't work out here, but we celebrate this guy for like, and this goes back to what you said, man. It's like we're just throwing and seeing what sticks at the wall.
Exactly.
That's what position flex is. It's a bunch of hooey, man. Like it legitimately is. Like, let's just go out and let's get if you want to see crap fly, just go out, drink a little bit of milk and magnesia, and it'll come running out like this offense does all the time. It's going to be boo-boo all over the place, child. I mean, my damn, like, patience. We don't have patience to develop a quarterback because we're so afraid to lose. Guess what? We've been losing for 20 damn years, y'all.
Might as well lose for 20 more.
Hell, we've been losing. Here, this will blow your damn mind right here. Sit down, put your seatbelt on. We were losing.
Hey, Corey.
Hell, I muted myself being a smart
I was going to say, I didn't hear a thing you said, bro.
Hey, look, remember, we were losing before Dan Snyder. Remember Richie Pettibone? Remember all those years with Norv Turner? Remember 97 when they started out like 3-1 and they finished 8-7-1 and Gus Frerotte pulled a Brandon Sheriff or Brandon Sheriff pulled a Gus Frerotte. We don't remember. Somebody was hitting their head up against the wall. You remember that? We were losing since then. I'm sorry. I've seen this team. Manny, you and I are about the same age. Phil, you've seen success. This team has sucked for so long. I can live with another 2 damn years if we can wait and have a quarterback. Don't throw the son of a bastard out there. Give it patience. The Packers did it. They struggled with they let Aaron Rodgers sit for 3 years, let him go through a 6-10 season. 2 years later, they're in the damn Super Bowl, they win. Patrick Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith. That's another thing. Don't get me started on that. When check down Alex came here, right? And I was like, wow, this is what competent quarterback play is. Like, he completes passes, although they're short passes, but he's moving the offense. They were 6-2. Phil, you probably remembered it. People in Facebook were like, we need a new quarterback. I'm they're 6-2. What is wrong with you?
What does it matter? My whole thing is, what does it matter if you throw it 5 yards at a time? What does it matter?
You're winning, right?
You're winning. That is true. You're winning. What does it matter how you get down the field? Like, what does it matter? Like, that blows my mind.
It's insane, man. I'm just like we sit here and we're like, oh, well, this guy's boring. He's flashy. He doesn't put up 320. I'd rather have y'all remember exactly. Remember Donovan McNabb in the game that Reed Dowdy got posterized trying to cover Andre Johnson. He threw for 500 some damn yards. What happened in that game? They lost the bloody game.
Mm-hmm.
So that means absolutely nothing.
Right.
Nothing. But we sit here and we're worried about how it looks and everything and how we like. I had people come in my stream and they were saying, I just wish we could poke our chest out and say we're going to win this game instead of hoping that we're going to win. You know why? Because you're too damn impatient, man. That's why we got to and we don't have stability. And you want to throw away stability when you're trying to build something. Like, here's something that blows my mind. Jay Gruden got 5 years. He got 5 years. Joe Barry got 2 years as the defensive coordinator. Greg Manusky got 3 years as a defensive coordinator in Washington, y'all. Like, and we're sitting here like, oh, Jack Del Rio, oh, he needs to be fired. Like, let them work this shit out, man. damn, I done got my whole damn my camera and shit. Y'all done got me all mad and like my blood pressure and everything. Like they got like, oh my God, like they got 2 years. Jim Haslett had 6 damn years here to be the defense, had 5 years to be defensive coordinator. He was a bloody holdover.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all, like, we're panicking because they're going through some damn growing pains right now.
Right. Now, I have a few points to make. Phil talks about quarterbacks coming in and different guys can be franchise quarterbacks and all that stuff. That's great. I have no problem. Look, I have no problems drafting a quarterback every single year, every 2 years. I don't care. Because if you draft running backs, right, every year, or you draft a wide receiver, remember, we drafted wide receivers every year until we found a few guys that we liked, right? Mm-hmm. You got to do the same with the quarterback position. Like, you can't say, oh, I draft this guy and I'm going to mold this guy to be the franchise guy. It doesn't work that way. Sometimes you got to keep drafting and keep drafting. Because sometimes you draft a quarterback, and this quarterback is what you would call a decent starter. Not even a starter, a decent starter. Or you might have a guy that you draft and he's a backup. But you're trying to mold him into a franchise quarterback. You're trying to put a circle into a square and say fit. Sometimes it's okay. Like, at the end of the day, it's still depth is depth, right? Mm-hmm. You can draft a quarterback next year. God forbid this guy becomes a backup. 2 years later, you draft a starter. Now you got 2 guys on rookie deals. That's okay. We did it the year we had RG3, and we also did it with, Kirk Cousins. And the Kirk Cousins situation,
quarterback, 2 quarterbacks in the same year.
In the same draft, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. When we did it, people laughed. Nobody was laughing after Kirk Cousins started doing his thing. They said, oh, this guy's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Whether you like him or whether you don't like him,
that's a name I don't like saying.
Cousins, look, you know who Kirk Cousins is? He is a top 12 quarterback in the NFL. Whether you like him, whether he wins, whether he doesn't win, the current state of the NFL right now is that there's not a lot of elite quarterbacks. There's a lot of good starter quality. There's some quarterbacks that can get you to the Super Bowl and even win the Super Bowl. But that does not make you a franchise quarterback or a great quarterback per se. What if Jared Goff wins that Super Bowl? Are we talking about Jared Goff differently? Are we going to be saying that Jared Goff is better than Stafford? We all know that's not true. But guess what? Jared Goff, put into the right system, is a good quarterback. If he's put into the right system. I'm not saying that he's, franchise or you're going to put the team on his back or whatever. So what I'm saying is there's different quarterbacks out there. There's different kinds of players out there. And I'm going to record and say I don't mind drafting one or getting one until you get the right one. Mm-hmm. Whether you're trading for a guy like Sam Darnold, which I'm glad we didn't trade for Sam Darnold. He looks good, but I don't think he would have looked good in DC. He would not have looked good in DC. That's just my opinion. He might have, but I don't know. You say a guy like Jameis Winston, he looks okay, on certain Sundays. He looks bad on certain Sundays. Sometimes it takes guys a while. You look at Ryan Tannehill. He's become a top 12 quarterback now. It took him how many years? So I say all this to say, even a guy like Marcus Mariota, he might be a guy. He might be a thing next year. We don't know that. All I'm trying to say is there's different ways that you go about getting a quarterback. Like me and Corey talk about this all the time, and it pisses him off. We ended up with Fitzpatrick, but I think at that time, that was the best that we could do. It could have been worse.
I wanted Stafford.
We could have ended up. Yeah, we tried. Maybe we should have given him 2 first.
I would have took Goff at this point, to be honest with you.
Thank you. Why not? Mm-hmm. Even if you look at a guy like, I don't like Jimmy G at all, but you put Jimmy G with this team, you might be able to do something. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I'm with you, Corey. Like, let's get some people that are experienced and know how to play the quarterback position. That are not like old.
And that have had success in this league, man. I think that's key too. That have been through the fire of playing in like playoff game. I see astonishing. Mr. Football said Mariota and Trubisky. I would have been fine with bringing Marcus Mariota in here as a quarterback. So I don't.
Hey man,
Yeah.
Trubisky took Matt Nagy's offense to the playoffs 2 years. He might be really good. Nagy's got an awful offense.
Like we need I don't need elite. I need good. Like I need good. I need good. I need good. And if you can put in what this offense and Scott Turner has done is he doesn't protect his quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. And what do I say about not protecting his quarterback? Not because the offensive line, he doesn't protect it with scheming up his best weapons, and he doesn't run the ball. Mm-hmm. I mean, I can count like the games that Washington ran the ball like 20 plus times last year. I'm pretty sure we won all those games. Mm-hmm. When Antonio Gibson had 20 plus carry or touches, they won those ball games. We won those ball games. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just like, I don't know. And I thought Trubisky was going to run on us. I thought he was going to get to 50. That won me $50. Because I said, that won me $50. He didn't know.
McDermott called the dogs off because he's good friends with Ron. They could have put up 60-some points.
Exactly.
But that's what pisses me off even more is this guy. He's the reason why you were, McDermott. Like y'all were 15-1 together. Mm-hmm. Like why don't you like why are we so unprepared, man? Like I don't get that. Like it's like it doesn't translate. And what kills me even more is you've had double-digit days to prepare for the two teams that you lost against. The Chargers, you pretty much had that one bye week in between the final week of the preseason and the first week of the season. What did you do? And then you had 10 days to prepare for the Bills, and you came out flat like that. Like there's something going on. I don't know if you need to change the regimen. I don't know, but like there's no more. You get one bye week, that's it, and you're gonna come out and piss the bed like that against Kel. I don't remember who we put. Do we? Oh dear Jesus, y'all. Y'all know who we y'all know who we play after the bye week, don't you? Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look, I ain't all for looking in the future, but you don't think that like Tom Brady's gonna say, hey, look at this measuring stick that Ron Rivera's talking about. Let's snap that off in y'all's ass. How's that gonna feel at home?
Hey, you know what's so funny? Don't forget, Chase Young was talking that talk. Yeah. He's been talking that talk, and he has not been walking that walk. So guess what? Mm-hmm. Tom Brady got something for that man. He got something for that man because the thing is, we hear all the narratives. The Justin Herbert and Chase Young come week 1, right? But to no avail. The who's that rookie that they got? Rashawn Slater?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That manhandled Chase?
That made Chase jump to the other side to take a back up right tackle and a veteran right tackle on. Like,
come on.
No.
And then the Giants game, there was somebody who tossed Chase to the ground. I don't know if y'all saw that. Somebody tossed him, like carried him and tossed him. So it's a wake-up call. I think the defense got too cocky.
Yep.
The defense thought that they have arrived, but they haven't. Jonathan Allen has played well. Deron Payne has tried. Montez Sweat played well the first 2 games. But there's still a lot of work to be done. Our defensive line is not dominating offensive lines like they should. Even the Giants game in the second half, I couldn't find the defensive line. They were all milk cartons. I couldn't find them. I was looking for them. I couldn't find them. See, the problem with this team is it's just so much going on. And for us to be so cocky, it goes back to preseason. Remember, Corey? Preseason, that last game, they bench everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, we are the NFC East champs. We don't need this preseason game. We don't even need our second and third stringers to even play because we are the Washington football team.
After not doing a damn thing in preseason.
Nothing. And there has not been that time for the team to gel. There's a lot of guys that we have not even really, like, I'm sorry to say, Curtis Samuel, we haven't even seen you. So we don't even know what you can do. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like those are pieces, and I'm gonna keep bringing up Curtis Samuel because we paid him all this money. So when you're getting paid like a top wide receiver, We got to see what you can do. Like we got to see, can you really gel with this offense? Did the GM do the right job in bringing this guy in? And if not, what can the coaches do to gear the game to the players? See, you always have this thing where the coaches try to put their scheme, or I win this certain way, or I win that certain way. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. You know what I'm saying? It's like, remember when Josh Norman came here?
Mm-hmm.
Zone corner. They wanted him to play press man. How did that work out? And then now you got press man corners and you want to stick them in there in the zone. You got a guy that used to play slot corner. Now he's slot corner. He plays from free safety. You don't want to play him in free safety. We ignore that free safety position because we luckily got Bobby McCain, and I was excited. We all were excited. Oh, you know, we got this guy that can come in and is rangy. When we didn't draft guys like, I mean, it was tons of safeties we could have drafted in the second, maybe even third round. And we went a different route. We went for, I guess, picks that we needed, but we didn't feel a lot of the gaping holes. Like, we didn't do enough at linebacker.
No.
We didn't do enough. We didn't do enough at corner. We definitely didn't do anything at free safety. So it's like, the way I'm looking at this team, man, I'm just going to just take a sit back approach. You're going to see the way I do my pods is going to be different. You know, I'm usually that happy-go-lucky guy. You know, hey, Fitzpatrick's going to give us hope. Remember that? The guy died after one play. Like,
yeah,
we haven't.
Oh,
seen
I
him.
remember. I remember when you and Phil jumped on me about that. Not you, Phil, but other Phil.
Right.
Y'all jumped on my case about that, man. And like, oh, who was right in that situation? Hi, thank you. I'll take my praises later.
By default, by injury. So we never even saw fit.
He got an old man injury, man. He's gonna have to have
look,
life alert for the rest of his life. Damn,
hey,
come on now.
Hey, but you know what though, Corey?
Hey, so did James White. That's too.
Look, a lot of people in the chat are saying, why we keep talking offense and not defense? You know why I'm not talking defense as much? Because we suck.
Yeah.
we
talk defense. We talk defense. We said we were hot garbage.
So check this out. In the Giants game, it wasn't the defense that won the game. It wasn't the defense. It was flipped on the offense to win the game. And come Buffalo game, because Buffalo scored at such a high clip, Taylor did the best he could.
Yep.
Taylor did the best he could with the trash play calling that this guy was doing.
I agree.
Yep. Think we lost Manny.
Trash play calling, man. See, they didn't bugged it and everything. And,
He's done talk trash. He's done talk so much about trash play calling that they've taken his. They've cut his cord.
Yeah,
they pulled his cord on.
They're done. That's old Rio and them. They're fan ambassadors. He can't even got it.
No, he's right though. He's definitely right. We need to. Expectations need to be lowered for this team.
Yep.
They never should have been put on a pedestal. And like you said earlier in the season, 7-9 winning the division was the worst thing that could happen for this team, because this team is not ready for a first place schedule.
Nope,
not at all.
Yeah, so. And I mean, I'll go back to something astonishing Mr. Football said about. He said, "So what did you say about?" Let me read this. I thought it was pretty interesting. And I feel like I gotta address that for him. He says, so what Warpath is saying is we should learn from our mistakes and not hold on to a guy that's not getting it done. And I get where he's coming from with that, but I'm like, you gotta let time marinate. You don't go and like when you make steaks, you don't go and eat that thing right after you take it off the grill. You gotta let the thing set and let the hemoglobins and the hemoglobins and all that stuff get worked up in there, man. So I'm just saying, give the brother some time.
Yeah, let the juices flow.
Yeah, let the juices work out. Now, if this is year 3 and we talking about this, then we're gonna have problems. But it's not even the first quarter of year 2. I'm gonna sit back, relax, and have a Coke and smile, like Eddie Murphy said.
like you said, I'm not. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have. We said we don't want to. I don't want to drop the T word, but if
God,
that's what it
that word.
takes, if that's what it takes to get our quarterback, then so be it.
Let me ask you something, Phil. How many times does tanking actually work, though? How many times have you actually seen that work?
Honestly,
yeah, like,
it doesn't.
it don't work. And I'm like, you go out there and win. That's what I always say. I said the draft is the biggest crapshoot. And
Right.
I'm like, you go out, you win, you go out there and win, you put your best foot forward. If you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. Because at the end of the day, the guy might not be meant for your team, for your franchise. So
That's what we said. They cut Randy Speed for the truth.
I told him, I said, some fan ambassadors, man. They cut. Yeah, I said, our boy Rio coming after you, man.
Yeah, we said, Sanchez. He's like, Del Rio cut his cord.
Yeah,
pull the plug on him.
Yeah, they cut your cord, man.
They trying to cut me off, man. They trying to cut me off. But it's not going to happen, man. They're going to hear this truth.
We didn't tank for Chase Young. Who said that? That's wrong. We did not tank for Chase Young. I mean, like you said, Sanchez, I think it puts a bad moral compass on the team too to tank. That's like saying, "Hey, you guys aren't good enough. We need to replace you with everybody else."
Right.
I mean, that you don't tank.
Yeah, that's like they said. What was it like? Somebody's trying to tell me that Jacksonville tanked last year. I said, no, Jacksonville is terrible. Like they said,
look at them this year.
Yeah, I'm like, what? They said, Doug Marrone, he was just like, blah blah blah, yada yada yada, this, that, and the third. I'm like, do what now? I said, why in the hell would Doug Marrone want to lose out on the seat? Like, why would he do that? Like,
why would you want? I mean, yeah. NFL, if you're an NFL head coach, you don't want to lose.
Right.
What NFL head coach wants to lose?
Yeah, they went. Yeah, they just got like, I'm like, what? Like, it makes no sense. He landed on his feet. He's at Alabama now, so like, he went from losing to winning, all in the same thing. But like, this corny to say that this team tanked. Like, I see my boy T-Ho. He talk about, well, we tanked and we went 3-13 for a DN, not a QB. We had Dwayne Haskins. Did you not see what Dwayne Haskins did the last 3 games of the season when he started and he looked like he was actually going to be something? Like, did we not see this? Of course you're going to draft a DN because you thought Haskins was it.
Yep.
Like, I was at that Giants game. Like, I saw him. I was like, this kid, he was 12 or 15 through 2 touchdowns. To Steve, we thought Steve Sims was going to be the next, like, Gary Clark or something. And Hale Hinches was coming in there going, I know, I'm being sarcastic, of course.
Yeah,
but like,
that's one of my favorite players of all time, Gary Clark. Don't think Gary put Steve Sims and Gary Clark in the same way.
Albert Connell, then. How about that? Albert Connell. Can we do Albert Connell, Taylor Jacobs, something like that? But you get what I'm saying, right? Like, we thought these guys were going to do. He threw a touchdown to Hale Hinches. Like, you of course you're going to draft the best guy that you think that's on the board there. And I mean, for what it's worth, and who said he gonna be Derwin James with us?
We don't know what he's gonna do. Like, Kyle Hamilton's good, but I mean,
I forgot that Tim Couch is already in the Hall of Fame because he's the first overall pick for Cleveland back in '99, right? How about David Carr? Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. Yep, I remember that too.
Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, Jamarcus Russell. Shout out to Purple Drink, right? Yeah, he's an all. Yeah. Come on now, y'all. Let's get serious, family. Like what we doing? Like we just square pegs, round hole, man. Yeah, like Tony just said.
Look, we've been fooled so many times, but the thing is, you have to keep trying. You can't say, because Haskins was bad, you don't draft. You look, when Haskins started to show signs that he couldn't be the guy, that's when you start looking for that next guy, whether it's free agency, whether it's draft. You got to continue to bring in talent. And I hate that it's only one quarterback that gets to play for the most per season. You got to continue to improve that room the best you can, whether it's via draft, whether it's via free agency. Look, if I was a GM, I think I'll probably get fired after a year or two, or probably after 2 years. After have at least 2 years. Because the thing is, look, I'm gonna draft the squad, and if the squad ain't good, I'm gonna redraft in the same positions in the next year. We about to fix this.
I'm right there with you. I would get fired too because I would trade down because I have the philosophy of you have more shots of a dart throwing it at that bullseye with the more picks. Right. The more picks you have, the more darts you can throw. You never know which one's going to hit. You never know.
Like something has to change. And, sometimes you like people tank or not tank or they want a higher draft pick. All that stuff really doesn't matter. I think it takes care of itself. Obviously, you have the power to trade up into the draft.
Right.
If your guy is out there, it doesn't matter what anybody says. The San Francisco 49ers traded 3 first-round picks to go get their guy in Trey Lance. Now, the 49ers have been the smartest team out of all the teams that drafted a quarterback. They said, look, Trey Lance is not ready. The fans might think Trey Lance is ready, but he's not. You see all the young guys out there, all the young quarterbacks, people are already starting to say, oh, if the Jacksonville Jaguars finish 1 and whatever, draft another quarterback. Then it kind of goes like against what I'm saying, but it's like, give the guy a chance. You know what I'm saying? Give the guy a chance. You drafted him number 1 overall, at least give him 2 years. 2 years. You don't give a quarterback 3, 4, 5, 6 years before you say, okay, I think we need another quarterback. I think in 2 years, you should start to know, hey, can I develop this guy? Can this guy be a guy? You know what I'm saying? Then, who knows? Maybe you draft another one. Maybe not as high. Maybe in the 2nd, 3rd round. And who knows? Maybe you find a Gardner Minshew who is solid, who can push a starter. He was a guy drafted in the 6th round. So I'm saying things take care of us. Obviously, after the 1st round, historically, the quarterbacks that have been drafted from rounds 2 to 7 haven't really been all that, right? That's what history tells us. But at the end of the day, if that's the case, I'm going to keep saying it. You got to keep drafting the quarterback, keep drafting until eventually you're going to get your guy.
Right.
You're a coach for a reason. You got to know who fits your system. If you call yourself an offensive-minded coach or a genius or whatever, play caller, creative, whatever, what did the Rams coach do? McVay went and got a quarterback that fits his system, and now that quarterback is looking like the MVP of the league with no running game. So
the Rams look like a Super Bowl hot. I mean, they look like Super Bowl contenders already.
They made the Bucks look like babies on Sunday.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes when you got to know when to go all in. And the Rams are all in right now trying to win it. And a lot of fans want us to do that all-in type move or all-in type trade. Like they were talking about a trade for C.J. Henderson, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes these guys get drafted in the top 12, top 30, top 32, whatever you want to call it. And they get traded. They get traded for a reason. The smart teams look at who they drafted and said, you know what? He ain't it. That's not the guy, or he doesn't fit our system, or we got it wrong here. I know all we're getting back as a 3rd rounder. Let's cut our losses. But there's certain teams that would keep that player and try to work with that player Sometimes all you need to see is enough to even know, you know what I'm saying? Is this guy going to give us any promise or not? Or my favorite word, hope. You know what I'm saying? Like, I prefer promise and hope. But it's like, man, it's like for a franchise that's just been so bad. When we're supposed to pay people, we don't pay people. We let them walk. So it's like, it's so much is going on with this franchise. But let's go ahead and shift our gears to Sunday. We have a few more minutes left for this stream to be over. Sunday, we play the Falcons, a team that's pretty bad on the defensive end. This will be a Taylor Heineke type game. After this game, you're going to hear, give him the keys to the franchise once again. Every time he plays well, you're going to hear, give him the keys to the franchise. And I think this is going to be a game where he's going to put up numbers. Whether you like the numbers that he's putting up or not, he's going to put up numbers. So, Corey, talk to me about what you're expecting out of Taylor this week versus the lowly Atlanta Falcons defense. That's as
I
bad
hope
as
we can
us.
pick him up. I hope we can pick him up. And to that other question, Carl Joseph. But
Carl Joseph was a bust.
Yeah, bust, big bust. Damaris Randall too. But anyway, I think that they need to go out there. So there you go. I named you two right there. Boom,
I think Jabril Peppers is a bust.
Yeah, I'd agree with you on that one too. Ha ha, Clinton Dix, right?
There's
Calvin
three.
Pryor. Should we stop or should we keep on letting the blood? Let's clot the blood a little bit.
Speaking of Ha Clinton Dix, we traded a 4th-round pick. So a lot of times fans want us to go ahead and make moves like that. Let's go ahead and get a guy in mid-season that's gonna. We are a Clinton Dix away from playoffs. No, we were not.
Yeah.
That was a waste of a 4th-round pick. Everybody wanted us to trade for Jamie Collins. I'm glad we didn't trade for him. If he wants to come here, then that's a different story. We can try to get him all we want. But does he want to come here?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he might want to go to Pittsburgh. He might want to go to Kansas City. We don't know. Why would he want to come here? If he was a free agent, why would you want to come here? The money's dry right now. Money's dry. So
I don't like. I mean, but man, then we talk about like, God, you get me on these tangents, man. But you talk, and I'm gonna keep this quick. Every time, like we have players that suck. We're like, or that aren't doing well. I would trade him for such and such and such and such. I would trade him for Stephon Diggs. Who in the hell is going to trade Kendall Fuller for Stephon Diggs? Oh, I'd get rid of John Bostic. I'd trade him for such and such. Like, I mean, we have people that say this. Like they're like, oh, I'll get rid of this guy. Matt Ioannidis is our best defensive tackle, but his ass can't stay on the field. I would trade him for this. Call up
2 first-rounders.
Yeah, I'd trade 2 first-rounders and Deshaun Watson, and I'll build a strip club in Landover right now, so it'll be okay. A massage parlor. Sorry, got to get it straight. We do that, and we'll get rid of him. Ioannidis will get problems. Y'all see, like, it was everybody who was scared when Jimmy Moreland was gone, right? They're like, oh, God, Jimmy Moreland's gone. Dear God. Where did he end up?
Houston.
Thank you. Like, stop it, guys. We should see when we do these mock drafts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our train of thought is way off than everybody else's train of thought. So, y'all, if you view that, you know, like I say, ain't mad. But anyway, going back to the Falcons. There you go. I told you I was going to be good. I hope that he can get out the pocket. I want to see a game very similar to what they played with the Giants. I think that if he can go out there and run the ball, have a concerted effort to run the ball, and get the ball out of Taylor's hand quick, and you're inside. So I don't want to see these like wounded duck passes. Just get it out. I need piss rockets thrown at quarter. Get them in hot. Get rid of the ball quickly. I think you'll have a chance to. I think that you'll have an opportunity to go ahead and win this game. If you don't do that, especially with Taylor, it's going to begin and end with him, because if he comes out here looking like Tim Hasselbeck again or John Beck, we're going to have problems. Like, that's what he is. He's John Beck and Tim Hasselbeck, right? Like, that's exactly. He's got the mobility of John Beck, but he's got the awareness of Tim Hasselbeck. So.
Hey, every now and again, he'll give you the magic of Doug Flutie. Every now and again. Like, and the thing is, you don't even know when that magic is going to show up. Like, you really don't know. You really don't know. So it's kind of like he's a wild card. He's like a box of chocolates. Like, you don't know what you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? Is it cream filling? Is it almond? I mean, what are you going to get out of this guy? We don't know. So I'm expecting Taylor Heineke to put up some crazy numbers come Sunday. Especially if our defense is as bad, then you got a shootout. You got a shootout for the toilet bowl type game. So we'll see, man. Over under Taylor Heineke 325 yards.
Ooh,
huh?
That's a big number. They'll go under. I think the game's gonna be 31-27. Us under.
You know why I say what I say? Corey,
Are you on drugs?
How
man?
many yards did he have week 2? No, how many yards did he have week 2?
I guess you're right. He had about 300 and some.
Right.
He had about
Thank you.
340. But
thank you.
man,
you know why you get yards? You know why you
where
get
was
yards?
he at?
Because you can't stop them. But wait. Do you know why you get yards in the NFL? Garbage time. Garbage time. When your defense is trash, you're playing from behind, right?
Okay.
All right. So that just tells you that I still don't trust. Hey, exactly. And that just tells you that I still don't trust the defense. I don't trust the defense. They're gonna pass, but I don't. 325 is a big number. I say under. I'm just throwing a number out there. I say under. I say about 300 around there somewhere. Like I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what we're gonna get out of these guys, but that ATL's defense is as bad as Washington football. And if it's a game where nobody can stop anybody, the field goal kicker has to make a field goal at some point to win this thing in the fourth quarter. So I don't know, but I still say under 325. But don't be surprised if it's a game closer to 325 yards because of lack of defense and lack of running the ball. Like we might have a 14-point lead or 7-point lead or 6-point lead, and guess what? We're still gonna be passing the ball because Scott Turner loves to pass the ball to set up the run, right? So
yeah.
All right. Over under Terry with 110 yards receiving.
I'm gonna go slightly south of the under. I think he'll get like a $105 or something. But I think I think it's gonna be under.
I got under. What about you, Phil?
I think he's gonna have a big game. I'm gonna be a devil's advocate. I'm going over.
Hey,
over.
All right, man.
I mean, I like it. I mean, the last time I said Terry was gonna have a big game, he had a big game. And like I said,
and by the way, Taylor Heineke's player prop for this week is 260.5. Over under.
Okay.
They're going to over on that one. It's what Manny. Pass me what Manny's smoking. I'm going straight over.
Hey, all I know is I see Fabian Monroe out there. I see I don't know who's playing corner out there. Was it AJ Trail? I see
that's Lou's boy from Clemson, AJ Terrell.
Exactly. So it's like that defense, as bad as our defense is, like we're supposed to be good, but we're bad. That defense is just bad. Like we know they're going to be bad, and they're still bad. Okay, so I see a lot of yards. In that game. Dustin Hopkins over under misses one field goal.
Under.
Push.
Under. He goes perfect.
Yeah.
He's been good. He's been pretty good this year. I mean,
he's been good. I mean, he's better than he's ever been in his life. Tell you that. So whatever you're doing, Dustin Hopkins, if you're watching, continue to do the same thing, and the fans will not be after you. I'm gonna do one more over under. Y'all gonna like this one. Antonio Gibson. Actually, I got two more. Antonio Gibson over under 20 rush attempts.
Oh, damn. Don't do that. Yeah.
He's not going to give him the ball 20 times, especially rushing attempts. Now, you want to say 20 touches?
Okay, let's say 20 touches. Passes. Let's say 20 touches.
I still think they'll foul that up. They'll still foul that up. That's the easiest damn thing in the world. Just feed the damn dude. He's hungry. Feed him. He's starving.
What is it? Zeke, feed me. Zeke feed me.
I mean,
feed Antonio.
I mean, they feeding Tracy Morgan. I mean, Zeke Elliott down there, and you know what? Tracy Morgan from the longest yard up down there.
I think he looks like an Ewok.
He do. He like Ewok and Tracy Morgan from the longest yard, man.
Oh man, bruh, I can't.
Hated it.
I can't with y'all. All right.
Now you see what it said, Chazon. This is good. This is a good night.
Y'all set me up. I'm still mad at y'all.
Oh man. All right. Okay. Here's a good one. Y'all. Here's a good one. Chase Young 0.5 sacks over under.
Over. I think he gets right this game. I'm going 1.5.
Corey?
Here, I'll give you one because I'm on Manny's side. I'm on Manny's good stuff. The Washington football team will allow 10 or less points, possibly a shutout in Atlanta. There you go. How about that?
You know what though? I need
How
to go
about
pick
that
up the
hot take?
watch. I need to go pick up the Washington's defense if that's going to happen because I just dropped them.
Didn't you just drop them?
Yeah, I've been dropping them everywhere.
I mean, how many
man.
leagues are we in? I think I saw them dropped every league. Boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom, boom.
they have lost me so many games. Like they got me like -8 points, bro. -8 points. That's bad.
Shout out. That's what we're gonna get. You're gonna shout out to Dirty Birds, y'all.
Hey, if that
Shout out
happens,
to Dirty.
Corey, if that happens, you're coming back next week and you host a show.
I know. I do that already on YouTube. I can't be hosting everybody's show now,
Yes.
Danny.
Corey's everywhere. Corey is in hot demand, man. Like I'm like,
Shoot,
does Corey ever sleep? Like Corey
Yeah.
was on the episode yesterday, did one today, hopped on this one, got 3 more tomorrow, 2 more Tuesday.
No, I don't. Hell no. No. We done. We done for the week. We done until Sunday. After I gotta get through. Hey, work is killing me. So
All right, man. So
Yeah,
man,
didn't you just get a promotion?
yeah, I did.
Congratulations,
So you the
bro.
boss
Thank you,
now.
brother.
Wings on Corey. Wings on Corey, y'all.
I
If you
still think we
guys,
should all go to Vegas.
nah,
Yeah, I ain't going to Vegas. I ain't trying to lose
Nah.
that much money. I lose
Mm-mm.
money on FanDuel every damn week, Phil. I ain't trying to
Dude,
lose no damn.
I'm not even going to the ATL game, and he's talking about Vegas, man. I'm not doing anything game related until this team proves to me that they're worth my money and my time. Like,
They were. Look, hold
yeah.
on. They worth the money because like when them dream seats is like $50 in
I mean,
late
that's different.
December.
That's different.
And we like 2 and 12. Damn it, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna have a happy ass time down there. I might get drunk. I'll get drunk as a skunk, but I'll sit there and like I will sit there and just enjoy it. And I'll be on Fox.
Freeze your ass off.
I'll be on Fox like this. I'll be like,
I had Dream Seats experience for my very first game 2 or 3 years ago when we played ATL in DC. Showed up, man. Dream Seats, like I was like 1 row away from the midfield.
Yeah.
Sitting right behind the team. It's a great experience. So if you've never done the Dream Seats, you gotta do it.
Yes, you do.
Now, you might not want to do it the way that Corey wants to do it, but you definitely gotta do it. You know, especially if it's warm outside and just if it's a good game. So I mean, if it's Jacksonville or whatever, I mean, it depends on where we are in the season. You can still have a good time. Dream Seats to Dream Seats. If you've never done it, you gotta do it at least one time.
That was the last game I went to, actually. It was Jacksonville when RG3 broke his ankle.
Oh God.
So
Phil, you need to go to no more games. I don't ever want to see. You know what? Don't even go to Vegas.
Actually, wait. I take that back. I take that back. I was at the Detroit game last year. Me and my boys that are Lions fans, we went to the Detroit game last year.
Okay.
So we won that one.
All right. Good. Well, maybe you can kidnap a car and, he doesn't show up to the game so we can have a chance of winning.
I'm going to get Carr drunk, but not before. Me and Carr, we're going to hang out.
That's what's up. So, Phil, man, where can the people find you on social media?
You know where to find us. We're at the Redskins Hub. Hit us up on the Facebook page. We got our Twitter, Redskins Hub 1. We growing. We're about to be the only ones left on Facebook.
Awesome. And Mr. Corey, the franchise, man, where can the people find you?
Y'all can find me at Sanchez405, Twitter, Instagram. I put very compelling and illegible content on there, so you'll probably laugh or you'll probably shake your head or you might do both. Also, you can find me on this wonderful platform of YouTube on the Warpath. And this guy right here in the corner, right there.
I was just saying, Phil got other jokes. No, Sanchez. Sanchez had us rolling. I don't know who you're talking about.
Got this guy right here in the corner. You find him, you find me. Make sure you subscribe and it's been a pleasure. With a freezing Manny over here, and then Dr. Phil. So
oh man, not Dr. Phil.
That is Dr.
no.
Phil. We need that, man.
oh man. So guys, man, this is the Talking Sports with Manny YouTube channel. This episode right here was so crazy that it's not gonna make it to audio. No, this can never make it to audio. This is a family show. So this one right here is going to be YouTube only. So if you are not watching on YouTube, I don't know what to tell you, because it's not going to make it to audio. It's not going to make it to audio because it might just get
too much
canceled.
editing for Manny to do.
Exactly.
Phil in his foul mouth. That's all it is. She can't do that.
Man. What a great episode, man.
Appreciate it, fellas.
Looks like he's on a Nokia brick phone. See, I got my little what had happened was the green screen is not out today. So that's why it looks like this.
Oh, okay. I just painted.
Man, appreciate you guys hopping on, man.
I mean, everybody in my house is asleep. That's why I'm in the garage with the bike in the background. All right, guys, I gotta go.
Man.
All right,
man, we out.
We good, guys. See you.
Peace.
Man, that was good, Corey.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you.
Man, appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
It's like I'm echoing. It's two of me.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
You're still live too, Manny.
I'm still live.
Yeah, you're still live.
Oh man, y'all didn't see this. This is the bloopers.
He's still live.
I'm glad we didn't say nothing crazy.